Sometimes it's really easy to get caught up in life, to react instead of initiate things. In fact, I feel like I get caught up in life all the time. Things just move fast, especially in New York City. And when you're constantly thinking about big things, it's easy to miss the small things. This video is a hopelessly inadequate attempt to immortalize those things that make life worth living. My name is Tyler Gephardt, and this is me. I, along with every human who's come before me and everyone who will come after me, am the sum of my experiences. Here they are. My life started with my birth. Shocker, I know. I was born on June 28th to Robert and Christy Gephardt, the two best parents I could have asked for. They taught me what it means to love people well. The famous, if a bit cliche, aphorism, "Where there's love, there's life," could not have been more true. My childhood was filled with the most exciting spirit of life, and I have mom and dad to thank for that. This is my brother Braden, and this is Lila, my beautiful sister. We've always been close, but it's still a miracle we have all our limbs. We once played a game called Zombie, where we would jump on the trampoline with friends from around the neighborhood. Each of us carried a metal baseball bat, and the objective of the game was to hit various basketballs, footballs, and soccer balls into each other. Once again, it's a miracle we have our limbs. We always led pretty busy lives. I started swimming competitively from a very young age, and even on school breaks, we would jam-pack our time with ski trips and get-togethers with friends. It's funny though, because I really don't have many memories of these moments. Instead, I remember the in-between times. The breakfast table, the maniacal laughing, the running around the house just for the sake of running around the house. Probably the most formative time of my childhood was my family's trip to Uganda. I was 10, my brother was 8, and my sister was 6. One day, my dad came home and showed us a video about the global water crisis where 1 in 10 people don't have access to clean water. We collectively decided that we needed to do something, and so we left. These few months gave me perspective, and even though I didn't understand everything that I saw, I subconsciously developed a deeper understanding of my privilege and my comparative insignificance. Uganda broadened all of our horizons, and so travel became the priority for our family. My parents sold the house and we embarked on a 3-month-long RV trip out west. Through middle and high school, we did the same thing. We hit Costa Rica, St. Croix, and Israel, during which time I started to get interested in photography and videography. During these same middle and high school years, there was change happening in other areas of my life as well. My siblings and I began homeschooling when I was in 7th grade, and I went through my red pants and Timberlands phase. Thankfully, it was just a phase. I also started my involvement with Teen Pact leadership schools during this time, and applied to staff with them when I turned 15. This would change my life and teach me about leadership and public speaking. However, Teen Pact's most important contribution to my life is reigniting my faith and giving me mentors and friends who I could trust and lean on as I continued to grow up. Before I knew it, I was in high school. I was fortunate enough to receive a full scholarship to a school right outside the city, and there I met Gabby, Julia, Matto, Georgie, and Andrew, my closest friends at the time. I somehow made it onto the varsity basketball team and loved every minute of my time at TMA. However, I ended up having to transfer schools because of the crazy commute from Stamford, Connecticut, where my family had just moved. After TMA, I went to Stanwich for my remaining high school years. Me and my classmates at Stanwich went through some crazy times, and many of us were actually in Paris when the Notre Dame burned down. But the best moments were the lightsaber fights in Spartan Hall and Gaga tournaments out in the yard. I feel like my life has sped up since then. I graduated high school in 2019 and immediately left for Rwanda to film documentaries for World Vision and IEE. From there, I got to live in Nashville for several months, working on branding for Lark and even taking photos of George Kittle. I also got a chance to travel with Teen Pact for a few weeks before COVID hit. Fast forward through the pandemic, and I'm at King's College making this video for my Enterprise of Mass Communication class. And that's me. My life has been a collection of a few big moments and billions of small ones. Ironically, the random glances, soft smiles, and subtle winks are the memories that I remember and treasure most. All of this to say, don't miss the small things. They make life worth living. I'll leave you with a final quote. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back.